Hey, what up? What up? What up? Hey, welcome to another episode of Off the Dribble. Tat, what's up, man? You smiling like a what's that?
Hey,
What's the cat?
hey, man.
What's the Cheshire cat?
Hey,
What is
man.
that?
The chess cat.
The chess cat.
The chess cat with the grin.
Yeah. 3-1.
3-1. We'll let you lead the show, man. We'll let you lead the show. This is a monumental moment.
Monumental.
Yeah. We'll let you lead the show, man. When last time y'all been 3-1?
Oh, it don't today.
We'll let you go with it.
Hey, look at man. Listen.
Talk about your success, man.
Listen, man. Now we just taking care of a little business. That's all. Don't worry about us. We just smile along. Don't worry about us.
Okay.
We ain't doing that.
Right. Charles G, what up, bro?
Chilling on it, man.
What's the word?
You know, I ain't got no chess cat grin like Tat. My boys took a hit on the chin with them Bears. Should have won that game. We can't be giving up L's like that, man. But other than that,
Miss Deborah.
Miss Deborah. Hey, Miss Deborah.
Miss Deborah.
Other than that, man, I'm good, brother. Been good. Been real good. Been real good.
Been a good 2 weeks.
It has.
It's been a real good 2 weeks. Good. Charles, so y'all played today?
Yeah. We played a 1:00 game. Played the Bears in Chicago.
Lost.
Yeah, took another L. It's
Yeah.
all good though. When we
good.
get back, we get healthy. We gonna be all right.
Get back right. Hey, shout out. My mother-in-law is a huge Cowboys fan, so shout out her Cowboys. We're beating my the New York Football Giants, right?
Yeah.
Got them on Thursday, so shout out to the Cowboys. Shout out to all the Falcon fans. Was able to come through with field goals. You know them cats didn't score offensive touchdown today.
Who's that?
The Falcons.
Nice.
Teams, defense, and I think the rest was field goals, wasn't it?
Yeah, my cousin took it home. Kurt cousin. You know that my cousin. What y'all think about that Georgia Alabama game?
Well, I was about to say I was
everything.
I was segueing into that and telling that them Falcons fans needed a win today because that Georgia game last night it started off real rough, bro.
That it did.
It started off real rough. I was trying to figure out what was going on.
I was rooting for Georgia, man. I really was.
Was you?
Yeah, I don't like them now. That ain't my team. So
Right.
I don't want nobody to say, hey, you jumping on. No, Georgia's not my team. No, I don't like them like that.
You ain't being no front runner, right?
Huh?
So you ain't being no front runner.
No. I ain't no front runner now. No. Nah. But yeah, man. That was a good game last night, man. I really enjoyed watching that. But
it was. I was rooting for Georgia. I'll be honest with you. I was rooting for Georgia. And especially on that comeback. I thought that was it. But that young receiver they got out there in Alabama,
he tough.
That's the real meaning of why you reclass up when you can get on the field and perform or get on the court and perform.
Yeah, because he's supposed to be a high school senior this year, ain't he?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, Ant-Man did the same thing. Look at him, number 1 draft pick.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of other people did it too, but I mean, that's why you do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
hey, he was he reminded me of myself out there catching them passes.
What's the
So you know what I'm saying? Catching them passes.
So both of them cats were freshman number 2 for Alabama.
Yeah, the D-back, right?
Yeah. Both of them were freshmen.
Yeah. What a like true freshman too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So no, that's what's up, man. It was a good game. Colorado won. Anybody care anymore?
Colorado 4-1. Travis Hunter.
The truth.
Heisman Trophy winner.
The truth.
Heisman Trophy front runner right now.
Yeah. Hey, so I seen them debating. Well, not debating. I guess having a conversation about where he will be most effective in the NFL.
Yeah, I like the T-shirt he wore.
Bland, right?
Yeah,
That's what who that was?
Sherman.
Richard Sherman, yeah.
Richard Sherman.
But here's the thing, man. I really don't know why people are surprised. Are really surprised because I mean he did it all throughout high school. And I know they say, oh well, it's because he did it in high school don't mean he's gonna do it in college. Well, here you are. I mean, he was the number one player in the country. In the country, not just the number one player in the state. He was the number one player in the country.
Right.
Yeah.
Number one recruit in the country. And he did it on both sides of the ball. I mean, I don't know why he's surprised.
Yeah. But I'm saying when he gets to the league, though, is he going to be able to do it? Or are they going to put him on one side of the ball?
I don't think he's going to be able to play 150 snaps
right.
in an NFL game.
They have specialty stuff, maybe some packages.
Yeah, I think he can play in some packages, but I don't think he can play 100 snaps in an NFL game. I don't think so.
Right.
I mean, he probably can, but the NFL a little different, boy.
So that's what I was going to ask. When does that wear and tear come in and start affecting?
See, keep trying to play.
He's gonna find out this. Yeah. If they make a run, he's gonna find out.
Do you think he'll come out this year?
I don't think he can.
Yes, he can.
Yeah.
Remember he's at Jackson State.
You're right.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I think he'll come out.
You think so?
I wouldn't bother him. I'll come out now.
Going right after this.
His stock is high.
Yeah, stock is up, man. You gotta pounce.
I mean, what else is he playing for? They ain't finna win no national championship. Right. They ain't finna contend for now.
Yeah.
No, they're not that.
No, they ain't that now. But
so, I tell you what. So then what happens? Does Deion leave after that? His son's gone. Travis is gone.
Well, I think this is a perfect situation for Deion Sanders right now. And I'll tell you why.
To do what?
I'm going to tell you.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Here's I think the perfect situation for Deion right now. Florida State just lost to SMU.
They did.
Oh yeah, he getting fired.
He's home. That's the job that Deion wants right now.
Yeah, recruitment look a little different going to FSU.
It's lining up perfectly, huh?
Lining up perfect. Shador gone. Travis Hunter gone. Now you can go down there to Florida State and get the athletes like you want out there in Colorado.
And his older son will be gone too. So the
Shiloh, he gone too.
So he's coming back. I didn't realize he was coming back this year. They say he'll be back in a couple of weeks.
Well, I don't know.
They got a bye next week.
Yeah, so the week after that, they say he might be back.
Listen, this is the perfect situation for Prime right now. That I think, me personally,
It lined up perfectly.
Yeah. Those kids, that wave of kids leave. Coach get fired down in Florida State.
Oh yeah.
He goes down there to alma mater.
Yeah.
And boy, it's gonna be a part of that. It's already a part of Colorado. They got a DJ in the locker room, got a stage, everything.
They travel well, don't they?
Yeah. But Rick Ross was in the locker room last night.
Yeah. They travel real well.
So I think it's lining up for him good.
Yeah. No, I can definitely see that happening.
And I hope they pull the trigger on him. I tell you this: if they pull the trigger on him, he gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to out recruit him in Florida.
Yeah,
and he'll possibly Georgia.
Yeah.
And then he'll have more resources and you actually contending for something,
right? Yeah.
And if he go out this year with a winning record,
he can.
But they're 4-1 right now, so I mean, bowl game,
right? No.
Right? Well, he wins 6 and gonna be in that bowl game.
Yeah, he win a bowl. He get in a bowl game.
Yeah.
But
What's that song he had? Must be the money.
But it ain't. But the thing about it ain't gonna be the money that's driving. He want that job anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think to me, he come off, unless he's selling a false bill of goods, he's doing a pretty good job of it. But he does come off as a person that want to help kids. I do get that from him.
And he's doing that, right?
Yeah.
Even without the success on the field, so to speak. Right?
Correct.
That's where he gets judged at. But I think he's doing like economic
job. Yeah.
Right? For the area, game selling out because people want to be part of that or want to go to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I do get that from him.
That Joe staff is doing a tremendous job, man. He got some top tier coaches that coach with him too.
He do.
Yeah.
And you're starting to see the benefits of it, right? The first couple weeks was
right
a little rocky, but now you kind of starting to see them get in their groove defensively with Warren Sapp over there, guiding that defensive line.
Speaking of Sapp, can we tell him to either cut his hair,
cut the mohawk?
Yeah, man, because it's like there ain't no rhyme or reason to it. He just look crazy out there.
You know the rhyme to the reason.
What's that?
Relating to them kids. Hey, look at them kids out.
Nah. Nah, I can't go with you on that. Normally I'm with you. But I can't. I see them yesterday on the sideline. I said, man, what is this?
Nah, he relating to them kids, man.
I believe he relating to him. I think it's relate to him without that haircut.
I need you to go and grow your mohawk out, bro.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, man? I'm glad that y'all say that because I found a product that I'm gonna start using to grow my dreads.
You ain't even got to find a product. They got the dreads already made.
I don't want that.
Yeah, you get it planted in.
I want mine to be natural.
Yeah.
How long that's gonna take, man?
When I was reading it, I was reading the thing and it said 2 months.
2 months.
2 months? You're gonna have enough hair for dreads in 2 months.
So I'm gonna try to find an AI product that's gonna help us give us a preview of what Tat will look like. With dreads.
Yeah. You know, it's like on the video games, man. You know, like in the video games when you go create a player.
Yeah.
And you can
Hey KP, do we put his hands like this?
We were talking about old Coach Tag yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
With Coach Tag get mad on the sidelines. But yeah, man. Hey, a couple of things I want to get to. A couple of kudos to put out here.
All right.
You know what I mean? We said it's been a good week. But let's start off the kudos. Let's start off with the Sandy Spill All-Middle Georgia team for the 24-25 season. Congratulations to Malik Gillespie, Gabe Jacobs. Help me with this. Cariz Dimry, Chase Dupree, and Josh Harden for making the All-Middle Georgia team for 24-25 preseason list put out by Sandy Spill, Kyle Sandy. Today, I believe it came out today, right?
It came out today.
Yeah, it came out today. So congratulations to them on that. Congratulations to our very own a young guy, Juju Jarvis, for making the Prep Hoops rankings for the 2028. Congratulations for him on that. I'm trying to find the other list of the ladies. So while I'm looking for that, can somebody talk about something while I look for
that? Yeah. Talk about something, KP. We sure can. Yeah. Whatever it is, whatever the first thought that come to my mind.
What happened, man? I missed something.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was the right way to say it.
Yeah.
I didn't really have a cool transition to that.
I don't know if y'all give me the mic to control the but
you on the mic, Charles.
So it's been a lot of chatter. I don't know if this way left field. Now we're not gonna bring that up. I'm not gonna bring that up.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bring that up.
Well,
bring it up.
No. So what are y'all thoughts about the WNBA? Y'all been following it?
Man,
I've been watching it, man. I see what's called New York beat LA today, right? I mean the Vegas. They got him in the
Man, I don't know what y'all talking about. Where y'all done went. Y'all done went and I don't know what y'all talking about.
No, Vegas. The WNBA playoffs started.
Oh, y'all talking about? Y'all want to talk about something? No, I ain't gonna say it. I don't want.
No, that was just me, man. That's just don't worry about that, man. That's just old Charles G talking crazy.
I know y'all said something about Sandysfield rankings.
Yeah, so KP gave kudos out for the Sandysfield, Middle Georgia preseason rankings. Kids that made the list, gave some kudos out to Juju for the 2028 class making the prep hoop ranking.
Who was it? The kid from Baldwin.
So it was
Malik, Josh.
Malik, Gillespie, Carrez, Demery, Chase Dupree.
Yeah.
Josh Harden, and I'm missing one.
Well, I mean, the only thing I say about that, is I mean, it's kind of reiterate what we talked about yesterday. Run your own race. I mean, we talked about that yesterday. I mean, it's only 5 spots, and I mean, everybody ain't gonna be everybody's cup of tea.
Right.
I mean, everybody ain't gonna be everybody's type of coach. Everybody ain't gonna be everybody's type of player. Everybody is different. I mean, everybody recruitment ain't gonna be the same. I mean, it just is what it is. It's just the way life is. Everybody ain't gonna interview the same for a job.
Yeah.
So I mean, it just you got to run your own race. Worry about you and control what you control.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just simple as that. I mean, some gonna make rankings, some ain't. All rankings are opinionated. I mean, it's whether they in the gym or not, whether they've seen the kids all summer or not, whether they homeboys with whoever they, you know what I'm saying?
Well, and that's the thing, man. I think for the young players out there, the young incoming underclassmen and upperclassmen, but specifically the underclassmen who are about to their journey are about to start. It's very, very important for you to get in front of the right eyes. Be in front of the right eyes, right? Yeah. So, just having an idea of what level you think you may be, and that could change. We've seen kids from no level to, and it just take off, right? And we've seen kids that were at a high level at a young age, and it dwindles off. To your point, you run your own race, and just at the bottom line is run your own race and keep working.
There it is.
The outcome will be the outcome.
Right.
I'd like to reiterate that to parents as well. Like, parents, if you, I don't know, and I know I know sometimes we get to a point where we see other kids getting this or another kid getting that you think my kid should be getting the same, but maybe the guy that's doing the write-ups, or maybe the guys that's doing the rankings ain't looking at your kid as the same. they might be looking at your kid as something different. A lot of time, hell, a lot of kids don't even play the same position.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
It's somebody's opinion.
right. It's all opinionated. Only thing tell them kids just go put it on the floor. I mean, just continue to work.
Yeah. So I found the girls list, all Middle Georgia, on the lady side. Got Mariah Nelson at We're Veterans, Trinity Thomas at Warner Robins,
Mhm.
Jaslyn Johnson at Central Macon,
Dang.
Cassie Steele at Baldwin, and Janae Walker at Baldwin. So congratulations to those ladies for making the All Middle Georgia preseason, Sandy Spills, um,
All Middle Georgia.
all region team. Yeah, for All Middle Georgia.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean, like I say, man, to each his own. Everybody got their own opinion on it. I mean, congratulations. I mean, to all the young men and young ladies on the list.
On the list. Yep.
Don't let this be the last list that you own.
Mm-hmm.
And keep working.
That's it.
And to the young ladies or young men that ain't on the list. Prove them wrong. Me personally, I think this should be something that drives you to want to prove them wrong. To prove Kyle Sandy wrong that I should have been on this list.
Mm-hmm.
Go out and do it. Just because just because they're on the list don't mean that they gonna be there at the end of the year.
Right. The work still got to show.
Work still got to show. It ain't how you start, it's how you finish.
That's
Right.
it.
And this is a preseason list. Get your name on the last list at the end of the year.
Yep.
Nope. Yep. So I just wanted to give recognition out to those young folks. Major accomplishment. So we were speaking about last 2 weeks was good. Last 2 weeks was good because we had the Hype South camp for the ladies and for the men. Yesterday we had the boys camp. Last week we had the girls camp. So how let's dive into it, guys. What do y'all think about the camp? The atmosphere, the environment, the players, all of those things.
So, you talking about the girls or both?
Yeah, we'll start with the girls.
So the girls. I think the girls competed really, really hard, man. It was a lot of talent out there, and I think I've seen a lot of girls who were starting to develop, right? So I've seen them at a young age, and seeing them now, they look totally different. And Jones County gonna be something to reckon with, by the way. So,
oh yeah,
those girls, they stack.
yeah.
So, be prepared for that. They got a lot of talent out there, athleticism, shooting. I mean, yeah, they're gonna be something to reckon with. But it was good. It was good, and then it was good seeing some of the older girls, some of those upperclassmen. Just watching them, been kind of following some of them through the summer, and then get a chance to see them in the camp competing. I like what I see. So everything that was said is true about those young ladies. So
Again, like you said, the girls' camp was very, very competitive. And girls gonna always be scrappy in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what they doing. That girls are gonna scrap. So the girls' camp was very competitive. They got after it. They listened. They worked hard in each station. I think one of the top performers, what's the name, was who really stood out to me was Francis from Central.
Workhorse.
And anybody that knows me knows I like undersized players that makes an impact. And Francis, she lacks in size, she has that dog, rebounder, communicates well on defense, finishes through contact, strong. Just a big presence inside with the lack of size.
Yeah.
Almost reminds me of Greg Jones. The only difference is I didn't see her take a whole lot of jump shots. But as far as being a dog, going after that rebound, just playing with her back to the basket and stuff like that, and able to get the rebound and push the basketball. And that's another aspect that I seen that look like she's been working on. So like I said, the girls was good, man. And Francis really stood out to me. Jazz stood out to me as well. I had a freshman, 2 freshmen on my team, Alani and I can't. I think now I want to say her name was Maya. They really got a bright future. If they keep going and keep working, they stood out to me as well. But the girls' game is growing in our area, and man, it's gonna be some more kids getting scholarships here in the near future.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. We got a guest on the. Let me bring my guy in.
Oh, there he is.
Waste.
What it do?
Wait,
Hear us?
Wait, can you hear us?
We'll let him get situated.
Yeah, Wait can't hear.
Yeah.
Wait. I
We'll
think
bring him back. We'll bring him
I think Wait's over Coach Buddy.
back.
Hey, and then too, that storm came through, so
yeah.
my internet been tripping too.
Yeah, mine went out for a while.
Yeah, my internet.
Mine went out before the storm.
Oh.
It was on its own accord. But yeah, so being at the girls' camp last week, like you guys said, very competitive throughout the stations, competitive in the drills, a lot of communication, right? A lot of communication.
Yeah, that's a good point, KP.
And it was
that's a great point.
Yeah, it was. I think it was more talking going on last weekend than it was yesterday, I would say.
I would agree.
Yeah, right? yeah. I can agree. And I even said, and in my station, I even said that. Like, man, the girls way more active and talkative than you guys, man.
Yeah. And the girls just play so hard.
But they scrappy. The girls,
they're not too cool.
No. The girls will always be scrappy, man.
Yeah. Wait.
Hey, can y'all hear
me?
Yeah, we got you.
We can hear you, brother.
Hey, we were just talking about the girls' camp last week, man, and just kind of recapping, what we saw. What were some of your takeaways from the girls' camp last weekend?
Hey, I was listening there before we go there. Let me back up a little bit. I listen, and I think this is important to say, because I know Tat probably never said. Y'all probably never said either, but I'm gonna say it, and I hope I put it in the right context when I say this. When y'all was talking about running your own race and getting in front of the right people. So I'll say for me, like Warner Robins All-Star, what just happened with Gabe. of course, y'all aren't getting out there playing and putting the ball in the hole for him because he got to do that ultimately, right?
Right.
But he been doing that since I knew him,
Right.
right? That kid has been producing since I knew him.
Mhm.
But it ain't no coincidence. It ain't no coincidence that he come play with Warner Robins All-Star for 2 weekends, and he's a Division I commit, and he been playing with other teams and other organizations for the past, I say 3 years because I'm just counting high school years, but
Right.
even more than that. And then you come to an organization for 2 weekends, and you committed, you think you're ready to sign in November.
Yeah.
That should be applauded. That should be recognized, and that should be acknowledged. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I don't think Warner Robins has gotten the right acknowledgement on that. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Let me toot your horn. I know you ain't gonna do it. And not just Gabe, but that's the one that just jump off the screen to me. That just jump off the screen.
Yeah.
It ain't no if and a bust about it. And I think that just should be acknowledged. That right there. So yeah, run your own race, but make sure you bleed your eyes and not your ears. Bleed your eyes, not your ears. Cause that ain't no coincidence. That he put the ball in the hole, but he got noticed because he was playing with y'all.
Yeah.
Point blank, period. That's it. So I gotta get that out. I had to get that out right there. you being humble, and I get it. But sometimes you just gotta call a thing, man. And that's what it is. All right. So good job to y'all on that. And also congratulations to Gabe and his family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Good job. That's what we're in it for. But that should be acknowledged now. Now what we got?
But wait, real quick, just on that last piece you just said, that's why we in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the piece that's starting to get overlooked by a lot of people. Right.
Well, what it is a lot of times, the behind the scene work, for the most part, we quiet about it, you know what I'm saying? And which is cool. But what bothers me is like the continuous, like, you know what I'm saying, like the discredit stuff and
the jabs,
the jab stuff like that. Sometimes I get to you a little bit. I'm better with it now. And I kind of just stay in the pocket and I don't say much. But a lot of this stuff that you see coming out of the pipe for a lot of kids, it ain't just falling out the sky.
Right.
Which is cool. But like something, man, like I said, man, I just think this is one of them things that gotta be acknowledged. And I'll do it. So that's it.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, appreciate it, Gerard, man. But
yeah,
that's the thing, Waste, and that's one of the things that I told Gabe and his parents. Like, that's our job. Like, y'all, you don't have to thank us. That's our job.
Yeah.
And like you say, that's what we in it for. And once I think a lot of parents and stuff started to realize that and understand that, and try to follow the same path, a lot more good stuff will happen to a lot more kids. And that's the thing, man. And I mean, to be honest, like, a lot of people try to go against what we are trying to do and what we're trying to implement. It's a lot of people that's trying to go against this. A lot of people that's in the background down talking in it. Oh, well, they ain't doing this, or they ain't doing that. You don't know because you don't talk to us. So you don't know what we're doing. And like you said, the phrase of believe your eyes and not your ears. You might hear that, but it's a lot more that we're doing that a lot of people that don't know.
Yeah.
Right. So I I just appreciate the work, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the work and keep doing, not just y'all, man, with even with Butts and what
But
they
yeah,
DBE, even the trainers and all those guys, man, it take a village. It take a village. But with like I said, it's gonna be important for parents to know, like, especially with how recruiting is now. It's more about relationships. More about relationships. And I want to talk about these camps too. It's the field is oversaturated. Everybody doing it. And it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? When you go to a camp, parents, you ain't gonna get nothing but skills and drills, 2 or 3 scrimmage games, pickup play. But the ones that probably will be a little bit better bang for your buck is the one that's gonna try to cover, acknowledge your kids in some kind of way, shape, form, or fashion. If you got an upperclassman, somebody that can do ongoing promotion and help him after the camps, personal relationships, stuff like that matter. Not just that one day, not just that day of the camp. So and I think when we first started this, and this recruiting landscape was much different, it was easy to get a lot of coaches in the house. Easy you can get some coaches in the house. Now you can get them in there, but boy, it's rough trying to get them in there because they don't got comfortable with the new landscape, the portal.
Transfer portal, yeah.
We recruit off social media. We're looking at video highlights, we're inboxing, we're doing this, we're doing that. So why I got to drive when I can just look at the kid video and hit him on Twitter or hit the operator on Twitter or IG or something like that. So they're looking at it that way, which is fine. It's more than one way to skin a cat. But don't get frustrated when you go somewhere and maybe it's not as many visible eyes as you would like to see actually physically there. Because I'm telling you now, I guarantee you, within the next 2-3 weeks, maybe even before then, there gonna be some kids that went to the girls and boys camp that finna get some offers. It's gonna happen. I know this through conversation with coaches. I already done been reaching out and stuff like that. So when you see it in 2 or 3 weeks or whatever the case may be, mission accomplished. You know what I'm saying? Mission accomplished. So that right there, man, camps are much different now. So to each his own, you just got to choose wisely and just coming out with a positive attitude and play, and do the work. That's it.
So wait, so let me jump in right quick, man, and just talk about the word exposure, right? So it's a word that's being used widespread, right? Because I think it's a buzzword that people try to use to get kids to camp. But the proof of the exposure is after the camp coverage, right? Or the write-ups or whatever the case may be that's giving the exposure to the kids that was there based on their performance. Now, I know it's a lot of camps that's going on, kind of what we've already talked about previously, that there's no post-camp exposure going on.
Right.
So why is that exposure aspect so important?
For me, I heard y'all talking about a couple of the young kids early when I was listening. It's important for them on that front because when the upperclassmen go out, they already got a familiarity like with people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I think y'all said, I saw Juju. Prep hoops.
Right.
I mean, how else you think prep hoops know about Juju?
right.
Because prep hoops ain't in Middle Georgia.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So and not just him. Even with Boogie and Cam, I think it's Thomas kid.
Cam Thomas,
yeah, like a lot of these young kids, like even going to like Sean Williams freshman camps and Metlock's freshman U and stuff like that. That's important. Whether they're gonna get, whether a college coach see it now or not. But the more their name is put into the atmosphere,
right,
then the more I stopped using exposure. I started using it, and it means the same thing, like visible. The more they're visible and their name is visible, they visible in all these different places, then people come more familiar with them. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is, like I just alluded to earlier, what that kid Gabe did. He put it on the floor, put the ball in the hole. He played. He did everything he's supposed to do once he got there. So, we can get you to these camps, and you can go to these camps, tournaments and stuff like that. But when you get there, you got to perform.
Okay.
That's it, man. That's it. Just keep your name in rotation, different places, and producing wherever you go. And that don't mean just necessarily points, offense.
Right.
Just go play hard, play
Playing
defense.
the right way.
Yeah, play the right way. Production look different. It ain't just one way to be productive. So that, yeah.
Okay, yeah. And I just wanted to make sure we kind of hit on that, right? Because while people, I guess, are trying to decide to determine what camps to go to, right? Because it's almost for a certain amount of time, it's almost 3 camps every weekend somewhere, at least 3 camps somewhere to go to, right? So how do you start deciphering what's a more effective camp to go to for yours versus not go? Okay, I'm not going to go to this camp, but I'll go to this camp based on these things. So what are the things people should be looking for, so to speak? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like I said, for that, it's like to each his own. And that's personal decisions. But what I would look at, I would always look at the credibility of the person who's running the camp. I always look at that. I look at the track record, man. That's it. I just look. It just don't get no simpler than that.
Right.
Leave your eye. Just look at the person's track record.
Yeah.
And then you just take your gamble doing that if it's a good one. Some of it you can go to with some upstart people, and it might work. But I just say, like I said, I just look at the credibility. And then one thing for me, when it was kind of a little wasty, and it wasn't nothing that I put in it. I don't think per se, because I didn't necessarily say it to him. But one thing, he became a 5-star kid, top 25 in the country. And he never got too big for local. Never. I never had to. He always wanted to go to a camp, whether it was here in Macon or wherever it was. He always wanted to play with his friends that he came up through the rec with, who he started playing YBOA with. You had the Mount Verdes calling. You had the Atlanta Celtics. You name it, man. I mean, like the real people, like calling. He didn't budge. I didn't even have to say no. Dad, I want to play, Quay and Jay now. I don't want to go nowhere. I want to play with Tony now. That's it. You never ever forget where you come from. Right. You can't do that. You cannot do that. Cause ain't nobody gonna take care of you like home.
That's it.
And I believe in that. And so I pride myself on that. Each and every kid that come to my camp, I'm gonna go out my way to make sure that they get some kind of acknowledgement. Everybody ain't gonna come produce. Everybody ain't as talented as the next guy. But I think everybody brings something to the table in some kind of way. That's just my opinion. Right. And I ain't into participation awards and stuff like that. But you never know, man. A kid might help a kid go to another level. He might never sing his name in a certain manner. Yeah. And for somebody to say, damn, I noticed he dove on the floor. He competed, even though he got scored on. He made that joker work for every bucket he scored. Right. And a kid saw you looked at that, man, that might take them to a whole nother level with their confidence. And so, that's just what I'm about, man. I see a lot of kids from the area when I go to other places. They have other camps, in Atlanta and everywhere like that. And they just there. They just there running up and down the floor. And I go, I say, what's up to them or something like that. And I just sit back to see, like, are they going to get acknowledged for whatever they did? I sit to see if they, if they producing. Or are they just there, man? And so a lot of times in the past, I just feel like we overlook when we go certain places. And so that's why I kind of make a conscious effort to acknowledge kids, man.
So I think I took this approach probably probably ninth grade year going into this thing, right? Every college, well, I'll say this after talking to a college coach, every college coach has a bottom line, right? Their bottom line is to win games. Point blank, period. If that college coach got a bottom line, why can't I, as a parent, have a bottom line? My bottom line, right? So I think it's important for parents and players to establish a bottom line, because if your bottom line is some bottom lines may be different, right? Some kids might be chasing likes and views. Um, I don't know, but I can tell you this: when I establish a bottom line is to get in front of college coaches and put my son in the best position to be in front of a college coach. That's the bottom line going through this process. So I think that if you talk to a college coach, you will find out very, very quickly that their bottom line is to win games and to keep their job.
Right.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And if you can't help, if they feel you can't help them do that, they're gonna move on.
Right.
So establish your own bottom line, right? What is your bottom line? And you have to be on top of that. I'm trying. Like, and this landscape is so different, y'all. This is just a piece of advice that I picked up along the way. Not saying it's right, wrong, or indifferent. It's just some pieces that I'm sharing with y'all. So everybody approach is gonna be different.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right. I agree. No good points. So,
have a girls team. Oh no, we won't have a girls team, but we have a girls team in Macon. Well, not Warner Robins All Star per se, but our neighbors and also family as well. Middle Georgia family has a girls program in Macon. Has a great girls program in Macon. Coach Avoid does a great job with that program, and those girls. All of those girls are local. Actually, my daughter Kaylin is gonna play on the 8th grade team this year with Middle Georgia family out of Macon. So we don't have one per se in Warner Robins, but right there in Macon, Coach Avoid Gates. If you need the information, I'll be more than happy to give you his information, his number, and he can let you know about the rest of the information about the girls program.
There it is.
but yeah, so we was talking a little bit. Speaking of the girls, we was kind of talking about a little bit about the camp. Yeah, you like that?
You say segue.
Like that segue. Speaking of the girls,
we was kind of touching on the girls camp last weekend, and just want to get a shout out to the college coaches that took time out of their busy day to stop by. I really want to thank Fort Valley, Central Georgia Tech for coming in and checking those girls out. That's a thank you. As Wasey said, it can be difficult to get college coaches in a gym, but we know the staff is continuously working outside of those camp and outside of college coaches being there. But yeah, what are your thoughts, man? Thoughts on the girls camp? We was just kind of going over it a little bit and how hard they compete and communicate and all those good things.
I want to thank too before I get to the girl. Fort Lauderdale, University of Fort Lauderdale, and Shorter University. They have been in contact about a couple girls since, and have made some contact. So they always support. Shorter is normally there, but she couldn't make it this year. She had something come up with her daughter. So I appreciate her, Coach Nation. So you know there are always eyes looking, whether they there physically or not, as I mentioned earlier. But so Jones County girls.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that they were on the come up, right? So I knew that that they were gonna have something to say, but I think they're gonna be deep. They're gonna be deep. They're gonna be, at least in my opinion now, just looking at it, they'll probably be 8, 9 deep. I was impressed with each and
Yeah.
every category. I think it was 5 or 6 of them there. But I know they got a group of freshmen coming in that went in the building who are also gonna be pretty good for them. But Aubrey Norris, man, been there a long time. She just looked different. She looked more comfortable.
Mhm.
She looked seasoned. She looked like she done been there before. And I think her playing as a freshman, I can remember playing them as a freshman, and they throw it against some. She was a freshman. We had some veteran players and stuff like that, and she competed, but it just was inexperienced. And I think Coach Harris, who was there previously, throwing her into that fire like early, you can see that that's paying off right now. Because like I said, they in that 5A, they was in a tough region up there with Warner Robins girls, and I think Union Grove and a couple
Yeah.
really competitive teams, and she was in that fire. So now it just looks like it's her turn. Like she looks like she finna return the favor. All those
Yeah,
them
she do.
tough, yeah, somebody she finna give it back to somebody.
Yep.
Yeah, Kamaya Adams.
There's not,
Ju-
man.
yeah, she just real physical, athletic girl. Just picked up an offer from Southwestern. She's just a hustle player, physical, just man. She just love contact, like, and she play both ends, stuff
Yep.
like that. She's not gonna do nothing that flashy that's gonna jump off the screen to you, uh, but she gonna show up in the box score though, cause she do all the small stuff and she make her layups and all that around the basket. So I was impressed. Like I said, Maya Anderson. I think they got 2 seniors, maybe more, but I know of 2. She the only one I think that showed up that was a senior. Um, Real long, can shoot it. Uh, she can play both of the guard spots. Uh, she's another one that's kept developing every year. Every year she getting better and better. She's doing different things. And like I said, you can just kind of see the experience kicking in now. They don't look nervous no more. They look like they know exactly what they don't been there had a lot of reps. Uh, so her, Autumn Coleman, uh, flat out shoot the ball, man. They loaded, man. They loaded. I expect them to make a deep run in their classification, man. Uh, I expect to see them in a regional championship game. Uh, so I was impressed with the Jones County girls, man, a lot.
Yeah. I think we all can agree on that. I think every time we turn around, like, oh, she at Jones County?
Right.
But
She at Jones County? Oh, whoa.
yeah, but wait, I told him, I told him earlier, my probably top performer was Francis.
Right.
And I told Francis reminds me so much of a girl, Greg Jones.
Yeah.
Minus shooting the 3.
Right.
But everything else, playing with a back to the basket, rebounding, being tough, being hard nosed defensively, getting the ball off the rim, rebounding and pushing it up the floor, stuff like that. That reminds me so much of Greg, man. Either Greg or Corn Dilla.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She just a workhorse, man. She another one to me that's underrated, under recruited. She does have a Division 1 offer, and she has a JUCO offer. I think she should have more, but a lot of times, sometimes, man, when people don't pass the eye test, uh, people will just overlook it. But I can't sell her enough to people. Like, what she bring, you can't coach it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't coach what she gonna bring. She gonna hustle every night. She gonna do all the dirty work. But she's made a big jump in her development as far as skills. I see her bringing the ball to the floor now more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
She wouldn't have did that 2 years ago. Not even last year that comfortable. I see her making spin moves in traffic, finishing. Stuff like that, man. Like, she already had the other intangible stuff. So as her skill work continues and she keeps developing, uh, I don't know, man. She might catch somebody else's eye. I know she's a little undersized. 5'9", 5'10" is to play the 4. But if she can develop, like you said, that mid-range, that 3-ball, along with what she already got, you don't know what might happen, man. But I'm excited for her, man. I agree. I think she was the top overall performer. It was close with her and Bree for me. But yeah, I was impressed with her too. I was also glad to see the Statesboro girls come from Portal High School.
Right.
You know, they don't get a lot of coverage or a lot of recognition now. And this is their second or third year coming, and every year they come, they just play hard. You know, they don't come looking for no handout. They just come. They put the shoes on, they tie them up, and they get it. So
wait, how many girls you have from out of the area? Well, not necessarily the number of girls. Just like how many? How many girls from out of the area?
I know those 3 girls were from Statesboro.
Had a girl from Hancock.
Yeah, Hancock. It was 5 to 7 girls that weren't necessarily middle Georgia.
Right.
Yeah, so you know, I was excited about that, man. Always good pulling kids from other areas of the state.
Yeah.
And when they do, you know, I mean, I take notice of it, and I put an extra eye on them. But them girls, they come ready to work. London Blackman, she another one that got a motor. She was up and down the floor, guarding people, jumping in the passing lanes, getting out on the break. Tamia Kingsbury, feisty little guard, play hard. All of them, man. I guess, you know, when you feel like you're overlooked, you know, you come with something to prove, and every year they come like that. They come like they have something to prove. You know, so even the girl with the Angel Cone, she played hard. She sprayed the floor. She's back. All of that. So I think they're gonna be a tough out for somebody just based on the fact of how hard they play.
Yeah. So I think it's one of those things that speaks volumes as well, because we did have some young ladies in there that have Division I offers, Division II, getting look and communication contact, right? But didn't feel that they were too big for the camp, right? And just came in there and competed. And like we were talking earlier, they were loud. Everybody was being competitive and wanted to win, but nobody took it as a slight if somebody got on to them when they was on their team, right? And while most of the girls probably knew each other in some form or fashion, some of the girls didn't know, right? But they all were in there for a common goal, whoever was on their team, that they wanted to win. So I seen the sidebar conversation saying, hey, you need to do this, or if I do this, do that, or you know what I mean? So that was refreshing to see as well.
Right. Yeah. I don't know what that is, but for me, I would say just about every year I did it, I think the boys probably have the most talent, but the girls, it ain't even close. They play the hardest.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of the boys, like, they play too cool.
Huh?
Some of the boys play too cool.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man, but them girls, man, they compete. They get out there. So
yeah. So no, that was a great event. And like you said, being able to have college coaches in there and not just in there, just sitting there, right? But actually in tune with what's going on. Yeah. Watching the drills, taking notes, doing all of these things. So that's always a great sign to see as well.
Oh yeah.
Hey, they had to be loud down there in that one drill.
Oh yeah, drill.
Yeah, they had to be loud down there. I told them, hey, you ain't loud down here. Hey, we're gonna do push-ups for the entire time. So we got 2 ways of doing it. Y'all can do it my way or the sideline way.
Right. Hey, so everything about the camp was great, but I do need to talk about one particular part. Whoever y'all got working the clock.
Clock operator.
God almighty, man.
Boy. Hey, boy, AJ got more conversation.
I'm gonna give him a pass, man. I'm gonna give him a pass.
So it's not a matter of AJ not knowing how to work the clock. It's the attention span of AJ.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
He know how to work the clock now.
Yeah. Hey, through and through.
Through and through. He telling me like, oh yeah, this. All right, AJ. I need you to put 2 points over there.
Or start the clock.
Or start the clock.
Hey, man, you can time up. What start the clock?
He love that horn. He'll
like, AJ. 132 subs.
AJ, we don't need but one horn, man. We good.
AJ, keep the clock running.
Yeah, man.
This man running the clock, keeping the score, dribbling the ball,
Yeah,
drinking Gatorade, all at the same time.
And if somebody comes sit next to him, he'll get that job up quick to go get some shots up.
Yeah. then look who coming to his rescue. That's the problem right there.
He was volunteering his time. Look
who coming to his rescue.
AJ trying to go put up shots. He said, Coach Charles, start the clock. I said, AJ, it's your job.
Right, I'm coaching. You do it, man.
All right, AJ.
He tell me one time, hey man, get out the way. I can't see. Man, who you talking to? I'm your dad. The boy you talking to. Like, man, I give you a take. High from the table.
AJ, my God, man.
Yeah. So, jumping to the boys. So we had the boys yesterday.
Yeah.
The thing that stood out to me, we had some names in there, right? But the thing that stood out to me the most, I think, was the young guys that we had in there. We had a handful of 9th and 10th graders in there that was ready to make their name known or coming in there to compete. And for the most part, they definitely did that.
Yeah, I'll say this. Back to what I was saying earlier. I agree. First of all, I agree that a lot of underclassmen that look good. Some one or two that's already kind of got a little buzz about them. But after we get through with them, covering them, giving them they just do, acknowledging them, making them visible, you'll start to see that they'll start to get a couple more hits, invites. You'll start to see, people that, they'll start becoming a little bit more known.
Yeah.
Which is the goal. So, but I did see one or two that, like I said, when we start this coverage with the videos and the highlights and the recaps when we start this stuff, starting tomorrow, who will that'll be a good little boost for them going into the season.
No, 100%, right? And I think they learned a lot because they were able to play with some upperclassmen, right? So now they had to learn a different role, right? So I may have been a point guard, but out here I ain't gonna be a point guard if I got Malik on my team, or if I got Cam on my team, or if I got CJ on my team, right? So now, what else do I do, right? Yeah. I got to defend, because if I don't defend, they're going to look at me like I'm crazy. I can't let them down, right? So it's kind of that pressure of I can't let these older guys down, but then they trust me enough that if I'm open, they drive and kick, I got to knock this shot down.
Right.
So you've seen their confidence growing as the camp went on from that aspect.
Right. Yeah. And the some of the upperclassmen, well, I ain't gonna say some of them, I'm gonna say all of the upperclassmen guards, who we know, who are kind of known for the most part around the state. You can tell who they were. They just look like they some camp veterans. They
separated themselves.
They look like they seniors. They just look like juniors that's been playing since they were freshmen. They just look different. In addition to the freshmen looking good, you just had, man, every guard that we know or we familiar with, they didn't disappoint. They looked they were who we thought they were.
Yes.
Yep.
That goes from the Isaiah kid from Lowndes.
Yeah.
Malik, Cam. I'm gonna have to say what I want to say off the air, but Cam Plummer, he might be peaking at the right time.
Transcending.
Like this, the best I've seen him play. Period. He look a little different, and I'll leave it at that. But Chase, C.J. Howard, Christian Little, Josh Harden, all of the regular names.
Brandon Ashley.
Brandon, all of them kids, they look like they're as good as advertised.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over two new faces, man. Gavin Williams, Prince Reagan.
Yes.
Those they coming.
Yes.
Yeah. Impressed. And you know, sometimes when you see a kid that he produce, he do stuff to jump off the screen at you, and you wonder like, why is he so under recruited? Prep school kid, Jaleel Jordan.
Yes.
I don't know what else that kid got to do. He had a good year at Jones County last year.
Yep.
Every time I see him, he producing. And yesterday, you know, I know he's at a post grad. He's still a 2025 kid technically. Man, I think that kid can play some college ball right now. He is so athletic, strong. He competes. He take everything personal.
And he was hitting the three yesterday.
Yeah, he take everything personal. He plays a little angry to me, but in a good way.
Yeah,
it's competitive. But man, somebody need to give him some kind of look, man. I mean, he just produced, man.
Yeah.
Jaleel Jordan looked really good, bro.
Yeah.
Really good.
You know what else kind of jumped out to me yesterday? How these cats was tearing the rim down yesterday.
Whew. Good Lord.
Josh out of West Side?
Josh Harden and Christian Little was punishing the rim. Like, good Lord.
Hey, so we included that in our drill over there.
Hey, man.
And they say, hey, can we throw alley oops? Well, be my guest.
See, y'all were throwing alley oops in the station. We were throwing them in the game. Yeah. Hey, I tell you this, man. Them kids athletic, boy.
Yeah.
A lot of them jokers athletic. They go up and get it, boy.
Bruh.
I'm not sad, but I wish I could have seen that last game between you and Juke, the whole game.
Man, I tell you now.
I'm trying to coach from one court, looking back at the other court. Yeah.
That was a good game. Listen, I'll say this. We lost. We did. I ended up going 2-1. But it was a possession. I ain't blaming nobody, but it was a possession that I literally called timeout. But the refs didn't give it to me. Then we turned it over. And then Cam comes down and hit the dagger 3 right there at the buzzer to end the game.
They looked at
our game.
I understand he looked at you.
Looked at me like, now what?
Hey, but I did see Gavin hit like a 3 or something and run up on you.
Yeah. Gavin hit a 3, run up on me, and all right. They was up by about 10. Then I had to call timeout and use my famous words, and we got right back in it.
But Tad, you know you only get one timeout in a camp game.
Now they said 2.
They said 2.
Oh, you get 2?
See?
2.
Okay.
They told me 2.
They must have adjusted that rule for you.
I don't know, but I called one to use my choice words, and then after that, tried to call one, turn the ball over. Whoever the ref was didn't give me my timeout, but I ain't gonna call them. I ain't gonna blame it on the refs, but you know,
in an adequate time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hey, Malik comes over there and looks at me. Oh, we called timeout. I said, go say something to the ref then. Go say something to the ref. Yeah.
I'm sure that ref would have heard him out.
Hey,
But wouldn't have changed, but would not have changed his call.
Hey, he looked at me and started smiling. Like, no, go say something to your dad. Go ahead. Yeah, go and say something. You come say something to me, go say something to your dad.
But yeah, just the athleticism. Back to your point, Tad. The athleticism that was in the gym, playing, getting up and down, right? So it was some competitive games yesterday. And then I said a few words to some kids, my team doing one game. Boy, I couldn't take it no more. I said, God. Tad tried to get a running clock on us. I said, hold up, man. No, we're gonna play all our minutes.
But yeah, man. Like,
it's one of them things, right? You're gonna get coached up. You ain't just gonna come just do what you want to do. No, you gonna have to play the right way.
I tell you, those young kids impressed me.
Yes,
those young kids impressed me. Cam and Boogie and BP and
Bruh. When I see Boogie come in the drill and throw that thing down,
yeah,
like man, like 3 times back to back.
But I'm sitting there because I ain't never seen it before.
He wasn't rim. It wasn't the rim graze. No, he
actually dunked it because Kaylin and AJ said something to me in the car on the way on. I'm like, Dad, you seen Boogie dunk? I was like,
yeah.
So
and he did it, and I was like, oh, snap. He looking at me like, what? I was like,
that's
mind.
Boogie. Boogie is normal.
Yeah,
that surprised me. That shocked me. I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah,
no, I was not ready for that.
He did it. Yeah.
It was another little freshman in there, left-handed kid.
So there was a kid from Douglas, Georgia, could jump out the gym.
Yeah,
that joker, bruh. Was it the last? Was it game? I think you played him, KP. Man, he like sneaky. He ain't sneaky athletic. He all out athletic.
We went to overtime.
Yeah, when he attacked the rim, bro. That joker, he.
That's the one that went off. Is that the one that went off the vert?
I think so.
He
bouncy.
At the basket.
He's stupid bouncy, bro.
Yeah, I tell you, this the kid from Howard, the big kid got a lot of upside.
6'6" kid, 6'7". Yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah. He has it.
Yeah, look out for him.
He has a chance.
Yeah.
Stevens, yeah.
So he's a sophomore. Yeah. He's a sophomore. That kid, he's gonna be good, man.
A lot of competing going on in there.
I want to say, man, shout out to Coach Rico for making the trip over from Alabama, from Shelter State.
Yeah,
he definitely got a few names on his list. Talked to him before he left. Talked to him a little bit today. So I know that he's gonna be reaching out. He's gonna be checking out a couple of them. He left. He was glad he came. So I appreciate him for making that trip, man. 3-4 hours away, just to put his eyes on a couple kids. So
So like I said, my biggest takeaway was the young kids, man. I was happy to see them in there, to see the group in there that was in there. Another kid that kind of stood out to me, Kelvin.
Man, what that was?
I saw that too.
Yeah, you on your phone. If you on the Apple, you do the thumbs up. It's gonna give you a. Yeah, you start talking with your hands a little bit. It start giving you thumbs up. If you do this, it'll give you a heart. Yeah. It's
who did that?
Wasey did that. Wasey was talking with his hands.
No.
Oh, Wasey wasn't doing that.
I'm telling
you. I don't know why that did that.
It must have been KP then.
Nobody was doing that.
I don't know. These smartphone, but I tell you.
Hey, give a thumbs up, KP. You on your iPad?
Nah, I'm on the Mac.
Oh. See, somebody must light it. Somebody must be watching and light it.
Hey, well, that it is what it
If
is.
you
It was
if
a
you
like,
watch
but
it, you like it again.
hit the like thing, see if it pop up again on waste it. Cause I looked at it, I was like, man, what is that?
I ain't even seen nothing pop up.
yeah, I seen it.
I seen it. Waste seen it too, cause he seen how I look.
But yeah, so
That might be Kristen too, cause she love to play.
man, I do want to say something. I want to say something about the Josh Harden kid. I heard you mention him, Tad. I don't know if he listening or any of his people listening. He looked like, I know it was a tough summer for him. I know it's been a little rough for him going into his senior year, but he looked like he had fun. He looked like he was having fun to me.
Yep.
I would just advise him to take that into the season. Only look forward, don't look backwards. Because I think if he focus on that, everything gonna fall in place for him. So keep playing with confidence, keep having fun, and let just see where the chips fall. But I was glad to see him out there running around happy. You know, just looked like he was happy to play ball again. So, you know, I want to say that because I know he had a rough summer.
That's kind of what I told I talked with Brandon about yesterday, Ashley. And like I said, I ain't never had a conversation with that kid ever. I mean, I know him and I've seen him, never had a conversation with him, but it was on my heart to tell him, like, bro, run your own race. You can't everything that we talked about, what we reiterated to everybody, I kind of pulled him to the side and talked to him about that. Like, you can't worry about everybody else and whatever else is going on.
Mm-hmm.
Run your own race and continue to put it on the floor and get it done in the classroom, and everything else will fall in place. You know, I hope he listened.
I think he's gonna be big. He's gonna be big for Southwest.
He is, man.
Right, and it may not show on. To me, it may not show on the stat sheet. Right, which I know he's gonna get his numbers, but I think his leadership is gonna be big for Southwest. His competitiveness,
Yes,
being kind of a glue to keep all of those guys together. Because he seems like a calm mannered young man, right? So if he can bring that into the season and be that leader that I think they'll need or every team needs, I think they're going to be very successful. I'm always very impressed with him. Very respectable kid, very mannerable. Give you whatever you ask for as far as, you know, out there on the court. So I'm always impressed with him. I'm a fan of his.
she's gonna have to make herself visible. Like what you say.
I like to, you know, who stood out for me was Christian Little.
Yes,
that joke was doing everything yesterday. Whether it was scoring, whether it was even for him, we talk about communicating. He got onto one of the young cats, one of the youngins, said, "Hey man, you got to keep, bro. I'm looking for you to cut. Like the lane is open. I need you to run there." So as I'm running down with my whistle, I hear him tell her, I'm like, "Yeah, tell her, like, yeah, they need that." So it was refreshing to hear him do that, and he really looked good, offensively, defensively, and you can just kind of see he's hitting that. I think he's always been in his comfort zone, but you kind of see a different side of him this year. I think you will see a different side of him this year, and I think him, and to your point, playing with Josh, those cats are gonna have fun this year. Like, hey, this is our senior year. We leading this team. Let's go do something great. So I think you're gonna get that from them too.
Yeah,
out at West Side.
I think they're embracing the role, Charles.
Yeah.
Right. So the ones we talking about are like seniors this year, right? So they've been through this, kind of the Wasey's point. They've been at these camps, so now they know what they expect. They know what to do. Now they're the quote unquote top dog, so to speak, right? But even going into the season, I think their confidence is different going into the season because they understand what their role is. And it seems like, you know, the coaches may be talking to them already, giving them expectations, telling them, hey, I want you to be this, that, and the third. I want you to help lead this team. And they're embracing it. right? I think that's the biggest thing. They feel empowered, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I think that's just doing tons of things for them when they get out there on the court, right? Not being unsure, so to speak. Understanding they're going to be able to play through some things that maybe before you would have maybe came out with or something along those lines, but just that aspect of it. I see that across the board for these upperclassmen.
Yeah, I want to say this too, man, especially for the underclassmen. You might have some freshmen that's going to get varsity minutes, some sophomores that's probably going to get into some varsity minutes. Man, you may not have a role per se right out the gate, but one thing, if I can give you anything, focus on defense. Start there, and your role will be identified from there, right? So some of you guys are talented scorers or talented whatever the case may be offensively. But I promise you, if you play defense, you will always have a place on the floor. If you get out there and you think that I'm gonna call a screen up, I'm gonna break the offense, what coach trying to do, I'm gonna call a screen up and try to do what I want to do, you're gonna get pulled.
Yeah.
You're gonna get pulled.
Ain't gonna
right?
happen.
But if you focus on defense, right, and understand the concepts and principles that your team and your coach is trying to put in, and you run that to the T, I promise you there will always be a place for you on the floor. If your coach is looking at you in that manner, like, hey, we might be able to get some varsity minutes out of this underclassman. Let's see what he or she can do. So just a little tidbit.
Christian Little's playing with a different level of confidence right now. And I think it's around the same confidence Cam Plummer's playing with right now. They both understand the level of play they need to have going into the season. And it's showing. It's showing, and you can see it every time they step on the floor. Like you said, the communication with the younger kids, that's going to propel them going into the high school season.
Yes.
And they're willing to have that communication with the younger guys.
But I'm gonna tell you this though. What's gonna make them go, and I'm talking about West Side, what's gonna make them go is Jalen Whitley.
Yeah, he looks stud. Yeah.
That's who's gonna make them go.
So I guess he had to leave a little early yesterday.
Yeah, he had to leave a little early, but I think in order for them to be real successful, deep playoff run, he's gonna have to run the show. Yeah, they gon' Josh and Christian gonna fill up the stat sheet, gonna do a bulk of the scoring, but Jalen Whitley gonna have to run the show. Because if Josh gotta run the show or Christian got to run the show, it's gonna take away from a lot of what they can really do off the ball.
Right.
Yeah, it's a good point.
So
great point, actually.
Jalen Whitley, in order for them to be, I think, real tremendously successful, is Jalen Whitley's gonna have to run the show.
And he's more than capable of doing it. That's what he's more than capable of doing it.
Yeah, he's just a playmaker, man. His vision. I want to say this too. His vision is tier one. But CJ impresses me. Karan Howard, God, some of the passes that joke will be making. I'm like,
and that's another one. And
he's always a threat because you don't know if he's gonna pull up.
He can get to the lane. He
got a finished package.
Yes,
tough,
that's the thing. Yes, you got Brandon and you got Chase. They gonna get their numbers and do the bulk of the scoring. But CJ is the one that's gonna be the keys to that engine.
They gonna go as he goes, bro. He tough, bro. Like,
I
had to call a timeout yesterday because we were playing against him. I said, I told y'all.
And the thing about it is, if CJ can can take basketball seriously,
Mhm.
and I'm talking about just truly, because right now he's good at it and he could get to his spot. But if he takes basketball seriously and wants to really just do it, man, sky's the limit for him, man. Because he can shoot the ball when he's open. He can make plays. He already gonna get everybody else involved.
It's natural for him.
Right, and he's strong enough to get to the basket. But if he could come in and play with that confidence that Cam Plummer and Christian Little is playing with,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they can be dangerous as well.
And just the word confidence is a crazy thing, right? Confidence is a crazy thing. And confidence don't mean I'm confident that I'm gonna make this shot if you're not putting the work in. You got to put the work in. But then when you start trusting the work, that's where the confidence comes from. When you start trusting what you've been coached to do or told to do or instructed to do, and now you see what I'm saying? That's when the difference starts to happen. When you're not gun shy, when you're not certain things, and you go do what you know you can do because you put the work in.
Well,
That starts to help build your confidence.
A lot of that goes back to the question that I asked them right at the end yesterday. What is the best kind of player that you could be? Team player.
Mm-hmm.
So
Player's the best type of player you could be.
So Ted, I think me and KP was having this conversation with Rico, Coach Dawson. And I think it's a pet peeve. Well, I know it's a pet peeve of mine. I think KP as well.
Mm-hmm.
But if you a guard, I ain't gonna say guard. If you a basketball player, but specifically guards, I think we kind of more we're a little bit more tougher on guards. And you miss a cut, you miss somebody cutting to the basket, or you miss a read, like, bruh, my patient level is like it's very, very flipping narrow when it comes to that stuff, or just advancing the ball.
Well, I think to me it depends on the kid, because I ain't gonna hold Cam Thomas to the same standard that I hold CJ of missing that somebody's cutting, or missing a read or whatever, because he's coming along now. I will now if he go down there and make just a dumb decision. Now a dumb decision is dumb decision. Now, I'm gonna hold him accountable the same way, but as far as him missing that initial cut or the read, he might not be as developed right now.
No, 100%. And I wouldn't use those youngins are learning, right? And I'm speaking more to upperclassmen.
Well, I say Cam Thomas only because I know he's gonna get varsity minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So with those varsity minutes gonna come with making that initial read.
Yeah.
I'm finding that initial cutter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Getting him the ball before he cuts, not as he's cutting.
Well, I think so. I think that depends on the style of play that they
play. Yeah.
So like Cam Plummer, Jalen Whitley, CJ, they're not gonna miss them reads too much.
Right.
They're more. They're naturally facilitators, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I would even say Brandon Ashley or even Malik, because they're capable of making those reads, but their first instinct, in my opinion, just watching them, is to put it in the hole. Yeah. Now them other guys, they can score it, but they naturally want to facilitate. Mm-hmm. So I think it just depends on what type of guards you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Seems like Charles, like you might be liking the more traditional point guard, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, you got, you know what I'm saying, you got these new, they call them point guards, for a position's sake, but your eyes looking at him and saying, not a point guard. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I think they call him more point guard because of the size state.
bruh.
yeah. For whatever reason it is, they ain't calling them that because
Right.
Right.
and I know everybody say, "Oh, the game evolves and blah blah blah." I get that, but at some point, you know, you gotta draw a line. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I mean, like for real, because I mean,
Yeah, no.
like, and I don't want to get too far there, because can't nobody in the world tell me that Russell Westbrook or James Harden is a point guard.
No.
But they've been listed as that before in their career.
Look at the sizes. Ain't no 6'5", really no 6'4", 6'3" shooting guards.
It ain't even the size for me. It's how they play.
It's their approach.
It just don't say point guard to me.
Yeah.
So is Steph a point guard?
That's what I'm saying. Look at it. His size says he's a point guard.
Bro, I think situations.
Fuck it.
That's a tough.
Dictate, or you just got players.
Well, hey, let's say this.
That's
Hey,
when basketball came in.
Let's say this then. You say Steph, Allen Iverson, John Morant. Are those point guards?
Steph Curry, to me, is not a point guard. And I'm going to tell you why I say that. First of all, my eyes. I just believe my eyes. So whenever people talk about Steph, what the first thing they say? He's the best what?
Shooter.
Ever. To me, that tells you everything you need to know. Like, he's a shooter, man. Like, he can play the point. I tell you what, I give you combo. I give you combo guard.
Right.
Yeah. Yes. His is more situation. I'll say that. It's situation. Yeah.
So that they flip the small forward to the point. So like Draymond, the point forward, Scottie Pippen.
No,
right?
they ain't no.
Is that done to allow? You see what I'm saying? To facilitate.
That's a stretch. That's a stretch forward.
Well, so was Allen Iverson.
But they're handling the ball.
So was Allen Iverson the point guard.
Draymond Green was more so making decisions in the half court.
Right, Scotty.
Now Scotty was more get it out the glass and go and make decisions and stuff like that. But like, listen, man, me and you, when they were 73-9 with Durant and all that,
yeah,
man, you can get the ball at the top of the key and wait on one of them boys.
Hey, ain't nobody still answered my question.
I mean, I can get 8 assists with Durant,
Clay and Steph.
Yeah.
And turn around and run on back down. That's an assist.
So is Luka a point guard?
Man, y'all ain't gonna answer my question.
I told y'all I didn't want to get too far. What's your question, Ted?
Was Allen Iverson a point guard?
No.
He played the point guard position, but no.
No, he didn't.
He wouldn't
Eric Snow. Eric Snow was the one.
Eric Snow and Aaron McKee was the point guard.
Yeah.
Even in college, Victor Page was the point guard.
Victor Page. That's what.
But they have him listed as
what?
The point guard.
So is he the first combo guard we seen, or Joe Dumars the first combo we seen?
I think Iverson is more. He's like he's listed at both, but I think he's more viewed as a 2 guard.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
So was Joe Dumars the first combo guard or Allen Iverson?
Nah, Joe Dumars was a straight 2 guard.
Yeah, Joe Dumars can play the point.
So
he went athletic.
Allen Iverson was the first combo guard we've seen.
I'm sure it was something before that.
I don't know. I don't know if I can say he would.
But anyway, if you in the comments, that's a great question. Who was the first combo guard that we've seen?
By the way,
Gary Payton.
I like to as much as I can, like still have value to calling somebody a position. I don't really like the position list stuff.
Right.
I think it's value in having positions.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just my opinion. I know the positions evolve, but I don't like when they say, "Oh, they playing positionless." No, man.
So he's getting the best 5 guys on the court.
So here's the question: Is it positionless with roles? Because if they have a role, it's still a position, right?
Right. They just call it like they'll say, "Oh, he's a stretch four." I mean, is he a power forward or not?
Right.
So it's a 3, right? So it's a 3 is a
Small
3
forward.
guard or a small forward,
Small forward.
right? But they look at the 3 as being another like a bigger guard, right? Some people.
I guess it's a wing player.
A wing.
Yeah, it's interchangeable. The 2 and the 3, for the most part, is kind of interchangeable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It all depends on what your matchup is, I think. All right. So who gonna guard who?
You got some guys that I told y'all I want to. So like,
Look, because so back to Charles, right? With Iverson. Iverson was probably guarding a point guard, and Eric Snow was probably, or McKee was probably guarding a 2 guard.
listen,
On the defensive side,
whenever
you go back to the 2, and I go back to the point.
Whenever Golden State used to play Cleveland in the finals, Steph Curry was running from Kyrie. He wanted to go put J.R. Smith, and we know he a 2 guard. But look, I'm gonna give y'all an example. Somebody like Tony Allen, right? He's listed as a shooting guard.
He guarded everybody.
He cannot shoot the ball.
Right. No, but was that for guarding purposes?
But that's what I'm saying. So go back to again. How we viewing it? Are you putting them in a category based on offense or defense?
So is KD the 3 or 4?
2, 3, and 4. What you mean?
Yeah, KD can play a lot of places, man.
So the same as LeBron, right?
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
And 5.
Yeah. I ain't going to the 5, but I say 4.
All right, okay. All right, now I'm glad we said that. So we don't want to get
this ain't up for a debate. No, this ain't man ain't no 5.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. What position does Luka, not Luka, but Joker, what position he play?
5.
Look at the center, ain't he? He the 5.
What is it? What is it?
4 and 5.
He the 5, right?
Yeah.
Who did LeBron guard in the Olympics?
He's guarding a player too.
I'm just saying.
He wasn't locked up on him.
Yeah.
When the 2 bigs got in foul trouble.
2 bigs got in foul trouble. At that point, we got to put somebody in there.
Who had to guard it?
Person.
Who had to guard it 1 through 5?
We ain't saying he can't, but that's not part of your initial game plan.
Yes,
Bron, you gonna guard the 5?
Yes, he guarded 5. He guarded him in the playoffs.
Okay.
Well, Joker. I see Joker bring the ball up the floor.
Yeah.
Point
so Joker 1.
You got point forwards,
point center,
point guard, point center.
Hey, man. As long as they.
But back to the count. Man, we didn't got all off the count.
We got all off track. Talking about combo guards, shooting guards, point guards.
My bad, man. I shouldn't even said that.
Yeah, my bad. You know, I get you say something about LeBron, I get left field now.
Now you know I used to play 1 through 5.
Yeah, but back to Brendan Ashley. He did.
Waste, you hear me, Waste?
Hey, man. Going down that one, man.
Waste. If you had to give out 5 spots,
1 through 5,
5 spots from the count. Who getting them?
When you say spots, what you mean?
Like your all
camp team.
Oh, boys.
Well, you did the girls. You did.
Oh yeah.
You ain't doing. Well, who's the girls? It was Francis, Jazz, little point guard for Jones County, Bree, and it was 2 more. I forgot what the 2 were.
I go Maya. I'm gonna tell you one. I missed. I didn't.
Which Maya now? Because I had a Maya on my team.
On Anderson, one from John County. But my fifth one would be Destiny Spencer from Westside. She got almost all the rebound.
Yeah.
She was on my team. I like that. I liked her.
Yeah.
Very coachable, by the way, too.
Now, boys, it's gonna be like I said. It's gonna be them usual guys, man. Malik, Cam, Chase, Josh, CJ.
Cam, Josh, CJ, Malik, and who else you said?
Chase.
I thought I said Chase. Chase. Okay.
But stay tuned for the coverage, man. We got some.
Yeah.
We'll see how it falls.
Oh,
but get started. Appreciate. I want to say this too. Then I'm gonna be through with it. Appreciate y'all. As usual, man, for helping, man. I can't. Trust me, I couldn't do it without y'all, man. I could not do these camps without y'all. Coach T.
Yeah.
Ned.
Oh, big shout out to Coach T.
Yeah. Jared, always support, man.
Juke. You got Jared coaching yesterday.
Big Juke, man.
Juke.
Yeah. Appreciate Metlock for stopping through there.
Definitely. Yeah.
Jazz and Fran, some other two workers, K Rose, AJ.
Yeah.
Everybody that helped me, man.
They did a little coaching too.
Yeah, they did.
My
CJ, right? CJ was there with the cameras.
CJ.
Yeah, Jay, Miley. Everybody, man. Hope I ain't miss you. That's why a lot of time I kind of hate the name, but I think it's important to name though. Let me see who else we got. All the players and the parents and stuff like that. Sometimes we get. I said it a couple times a couple weeks ago when I was on here. Sometimes it get a little heavy on you. But I think it's important to just keep going. Just keep going. So everybody that continues to support, I appreciate it. That would make me keep going. You know what I'm saying? And then seeing the results year in and year out with the kids going on, whether I help them directly, indirectly, or not at all. Just seeing them go on, that keep me going. So appreciate everybody, and we're gonna keep it rolling.
Wait, can I let me say this real quick, and of course we appreciate you for putting this on and letting us be involved, right? But Wasey let us be overly involved, right? Because we'll come up and be like, hey man, we think we need to change this. All right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, hey, if it makes sense, okay. If it's gonna make whatever better, if it's gonna emphasize and give more opportunity, hey, Waze, can we do this? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So we need to do this or this, that, and the third. So thank you for entrusting us with that aspect of it.
And shout out to those referees that come in there and get that training before the season.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, it kind of get the kids a feel of, any kind of like new rules and stuff that's going to be put in place. They might be calling it this way, telling you what to watch out for this season. All of that kind of stuff, man. All of that matters. Just little stuff that people don't pay attention to. So, yeah, appreciate it, man. Appreciate everybody.
Yeah. Hey, but don't try to skip over what we were just talking about.
What that? Talk to me.
telling you thank you for putting this on.
Right.
You try to slide through there. I know you ain't gonna say it, but I am.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I try to stay out.
You try, but now we're gonna bring it back. We're gonna rewind that, bring it back. We appreciate you putting this on. You know what I mean, and putting it to the forefront of what you're doing and giving your attention and your reputation, your connects, your contacts, all of those things to make sure it's a successful event. So we appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Because it is for the area, right? Yeah. And say what you want outside of whatever.
you're doing this for the kids in Middle Georgia.
Yeah.
So, hey, like what y'all say, a perfect segue. So, preseason, all Middle Georgia, October not this Monday, but the following Monday.
Okay.
Girls and boys stuff, we'll start putting it out. As usual, I try to make it as detailed and in depth, not just a list, but not just a list. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yep.
Give that real Middle Georgia feel to it. So that'll be coming out. So also congratulations to the names y'all said earlier that made the
Bill. Yep.
Yep.
Congratulations to those young men and those young women for making that preseason list.
Yep.
So all good, man.
Yep.
So Waste. The next up is the Hardwood Invitational.
Yes, that's coming. Still working on some kinks on the back end of it, but got a lot of the teams matched up already. That'll start coming out as well, probably a week or two, maybe after the all Middle Georgia stuff drops. But teams, they know who they playing. They know who the field is. I'm just waiting for a couple things before we let everybody else see it. But as usual, man, it's a good field of team, good matchups, teams from all over the state. Same thing, man. I think this the sixth year. Sixth.
I think so.
Yep.
Yep.
It's gonna keep it going. It getting bigger and better. Actually, I had to turn down some teams because it was getting to be too many games. So I always prioritize quality over quantity. So if it takes for me to say, hey man, I can't take no more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, I'm gonna put this out there. When you say that, it's getting too big and you turning teams around. Mercer University, you're right there in Macon. Fort Valley, you're right there in Fort Valley. Open up your gym. Get more games in. Bring those kids down there. Bring those kids down there to see those facilities.
Yep.
Bring those. Everybody ain't making it to the Final Four every year. Everybody's not going to Mercer basketball games every year. Get some of that talent. Get some of that talent in your gym, so you can see them. Find a way. I'm pretty sure you can. Mercer, Fort Valley. Bring the Hype South invitation to one of those venues, so you can add more games. That way, you get more kids in. That way, more kids get to the college campuses. Hey, maybe those kids want to come from up there, the Atlanta area or wherever, and come down to Fort Valley. You never know.
Hey, sound like something now. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
So before we get out of here, man, I do want to do a quick little announcement. I know Metlock is having the Fresh U Camp next weekend. So if you haven't signed up for that, make sure you lock in with Fresh U. Always has been a big part of Georgia, not just Georgia, but Southeast, this region, for bringing exposure to those young and up and coming talents. So be sure to get out there and register for the Fresh U Camp. If you don't have it, hit us up. We'll make sure to share that info with you. Also, middle schoolers, if you got a middle schooler that's hooping, on the radar next wave, October 27th. Be sure you get out and put your kiddos in that. Another great camp. It's gonna get your kids some exposure. And actually, if you haven't seen high level talent, that's a great place for middle schoolers to actually get out and compete and kind of see what else is out there. So definitely take advantage of those two camps.
So you just skipped over October 26th, huh?
October 26th.
Yeah.
It's tryouts. One Rob All Stars.
Fourth
Yeah.
grade through 8th grade.
4th grade through 8th grade.
Elementary and middle schoolers.
Yeah. All right. So be sure to get out there, get signed up. Are we gonna have a registration, or we just gonna?
We'll put a link out there, registration link.
We'll throw a link out there. We'll talk about it. Next show. We'll have something for y'all.
Devin Butts Elites is having their tryouts October the 13th, I want to say.
October
6 through 8.
6 through 8, October 13th. Devin Butts Elite, another one of the pioneer programs here in the Middle Georgia area. So definitely get out there and check them out as well. So cool.
6 through 9.
6 through 9th.
Through 9th?
No, I lied. 6 through 8. You're right.
No.
All right. I just looked it up. 6 through 8.
All right. We're doing the shimmy.
I heard it raining.
All right. So KP's here in rain, and we're gonna make sure he stay dry, and we're gonna get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? We don't want make sure his internet stays safe.
You see how I throw it off? It started raining. I don't know. What? Who talking about rain?
All right. Y'all got anything, man? Anything y'all want to add to?
Oh, man. Thanks for tuning in. And those Washington Commanders are rolling right now. Yeah, we are. Lamar Jackson out here looking like Joe Montana.
KP.
No, I ain't got nothing, man. Again, appreciate everybody for tuning in. Waste, salute to you, man, for everything that you're doing.
Yes, sir.
Last 2 weekends, great opportunities for the young people here in the area to get on. If you wasn't there, that's on you. That's all I got.
Big Waste.
That's it, man. Like I said, I think I just want to say appreciate to everybody for the support, and let's just keep it rocking, man.
Last thing I'm gonna say before we go, and I'm gonna get close. It's all right. I'm too close.
Yeah.
Am I good right here?
Mm-hmm. That's straight.
All right. It's all right to be a copycat as long as you copy the right cat.